The morning sun spills over the quiet streets, but inside one small apartment, there's a different kind of tension. Rosa, 14, should be getting ready for school, stuffing her backpack with notebooks and making sure she hasn't forgotten her lunch. But today, like so many other mornings lately, she hesitates. Her fingers tighten around the straps of her bag, but her feet don't move toward the door. Instead, she glances at her mother, who stands by the window, peeking through the blinds as if expecting someone to knock. Down the hall, Carlos, a high school senior, sits at the edge of his bed, scrolling through his phone. His group chat is flooded with messages, rumors, warnings, panic. Someone's uncle was taken last night. Another classmate saw flashing lights outside their building. There's no official confirmation, but it doesn't matter. Fear spreads faster than facts. And for students like Rosa and Carlos, fear is enough to make them stay home. Outside, the school buses roll by, their engines humming through the streets. Inside classrooms, empty chairs sit where Rosa, Carlos, and many others should be. Teachers take attendance, sighing at the growing list of absences. Some students whisper about it between lessons. Others pretend not to notice. But the truth lingers in the air. Entire families are on edge, afraid that stepping outside could mean being separated forever. This isn't just happening in one neighborhood or one school. Across cities and towns, families are making impossible choices. Parents debate whether to send their kids to class or keep them hidden. School staff wonder how to reassure students when they themselves feel helpless. And kids who should be worrying about homework, friends, and weekend plans, carry a weight far heavier than any textbook. But what's really going on? Are the fears justified, or is misinformation fueling the panic? And how are schools, teachers, and communities responding to this crisis? Stay with us as we dive deeper into the real stories, the hidden struggles, and the voices that often go unheard. Because behind every empty desk, there's a child, a family, and a fear that's becoming all too real. At Rosa's kitchen table, her mother, Lucia, finally pulls herself away from the window. Her hands tremble as she pours coffee into a chipped mug, but she barely takes a sip. Her mind is elsewhere. She knows keeping Rosa home isn't a real solution, but every time she imagines her daughter walking out that door, her heart clenches. What if today is the day something happens? What if she never comes back? Lucia isn't alone in this fear. Across town, Carlos's mother paces the floor, her arms crossed tight over her chest. She knows her son is on edge. She knows he's been skipping school more and more. "Mio, you have to go," she tells him softly. But Carlos doesn't answer. He doesn't want to tell her the truth. How his stomach drops every time he sees a police car parked near the school. How he keeps an extra set of clothes in his backpack just in case he has to run. His mother doesn't need more to worry about. In the hallways of their school, teachers and staff are noticing. The missing faces, the nervous glances, the sudden quiet among students, who are usually loud and full of life. Mr. Delgado, a history teacher, sighs as he looks at his half-empty classroom. He knows what's happening. He's heard the stories. Some students won't talk about it, but others have confided in him. Whispers of unmarked vans, of someone's dad being stopped on the way home from work. He tries to reassure them, but what can he say? Even he doesn't know what's real anymore. In the teacher's lounge, there's frustration. Some staff believe the fear is overblown, just rumors spreading like wildfire. "We're making too big of a deal out of this," one teacher mutters. It's scaring the kids even more. But others, like Mr. Delgado, understand that fear doesn't need proof to feel real. When students start vanishing from their seats, when parents stop answering the school's calls, something is happening, whether the news is covering it or not. Meanwhile, social media is buzzing. Students are sharing stories, screenshots of messages from their families, even blurry videos of supposed sightings. Some are real, some aren't. But in a time like this, no one wants to take a chance. The fear has already settled deep, making the walls of home feel like the only safe place left. And then, late that night, Carlos gets a message from a friend that makes his blood run cold. Carlos stares at his phone, his heart pounding as he reads the message over and over. Asterisk asterisk, they took him, bro. Right outside his apartment. Asterisk asterisk, his fingers tighten around the screen. He blinks, hoping maybe he read it wrong, but the words don't change. His friend Miguel, one of the few people who truly understands what it's like to live with this constant fear, is gone. He wants to ask more, but his hands feel frozen. Instead, another message pops up. Asterisk asterisk, his mom is freaking out. Nobody knows where they took him. Asterisk asterisk, Carlos swallows hard. He knew things were bad, but this is something else. He jumps up from his bed and paces his small room. His mom, in the other room, is still awake, watching the late-night news in silence. He considers telling her, but what good would it do? It's not like she has answers. No one does. Across town, Rosa is curled up on the couch, her mother's arm wrapped around her. The TV flickers, but they're not really watching. Lucia's phone has been vibrating all night. Messages from neighbors, from friends, all whispering the same thing. Asterisk asterisk, stay inside. Be careful. Asterisk asterisk, Rosa has never seen her mom this scared before, and it makes her stomach twist. She should be worrying about her math test tomorrow, about what she'll wear to school. Instead, she wonders if it's safer to sleep in her clothes in case they have to leave in a hurry. At school the next morning, Mr. Delgado notices Carlos's empty seat. He looks around, scanning the room. More students are gone today. He taps his fingers against his desk, debating whether to say something. But what would he even say? That everything is fine? That they shouldn't be afraid? He knows that would be a lie. In the principal's office, a different conversation is happening. Administrators are worried. Attendance is plummeting, parents aren't returning calls, and teachers are struggling to hold normal lessons when so many seats are empty. The district is pressuring them to keep things under control, but how can they control something so much bigger than them? Meanwhile, on social media, rumors keep spreading. Some posts claim raids are happening near schools. Others say it's all fake news, that people are just panicking for no reason. But for kids like Rosa and Carlos, it doesn't matter what's real or not. Fear has already made its home in their minds, and once it's there, it's almost impossible to shake. Then just as Carlos is about to put his phone away for the night, another message appears. Asterisk asterisk, they're saying it's happening again. Tomorrow. Asterisk asterisk. Carlos doesn't sleep that night. He stares at the glow of his phone, his mind racing. Asterisk asterisk, they're saying it's happening again. Tomorrow. Asterisk asterisk, the words burn into his thoughts, looping over and over. He checks other messages, scrolling through post after post. Some say it's just another rumor, but others sound too real to ignore. He thinks about Miguel, about the empty chair in his class, and suddenly it doesn't feel like just another warning. Morning comes, and Carlos's mother notices the dark circles under his eyes. Mio, you need to sleep, she says, but he just nods, knowing sleep isn't the problem. As she turns to make breakfast, he quietly types a message to Rosa. Asterisk asterisk, you going? Asterisk asterisk, the 3 dots appear, disappear, then reappear. Asterisk asterisk, I don't know, asterisk asterisk, she finally responds. Asterisk asterisk, me mom doesn't want me to. Asterisk asterisk, Carlos understands. He doesn't want to go either. Across town, Rosa watches her mother check the window again, her hands gripping the curtain. "It's just school, Mom," Rosa says softly. But Lucia shakes her head. "Not today." Rosa doesn't argue. The past few weeks have taught her when to push and when to stay quiet. At school, Mr. Delgado looks at the attendance sheet and feels his stomach drop. The number of absences is worse than yesterday. He glances around the half-empty room. Some students keep their heads down, others scroll on their phones, whispering to each other. The air feels heavy, like everyone is waiting for something to happen. Outside, a few cars sit parked across the street, and whispers spread through the halls. "Who are they?" a student mutters. No one knows, but that doesn't stop the fear from growing. The principal walks by, phone pressed to her ear, her expression tight. Teachers exchange uneasy glances. Then at lunch, everything shifts. Someone runs into the cafeteria, eyes wide, breathless. Something's going on outside. Students rush to the windows, pushing against each other, trying to see. The parked cars haven't moved, but something feels different. More messages flood in, faster now. Carlos stands near the back of the crowd, his pulse racing. He knows he should move, should go back to class, but his feet stay frozen. Rosa, watching from home, grips her phone, wishing she could see what's happening. Asterisk, asterisk, then, from outside, the sound of a door slamming makes everything stop, asterisk, asterisk. For a moment, everything is still. The cafeteria, usually loud with laughter and conversation, is now silent except for the hum of the vending machines. Carlos's breath catches in his throat as he watches the scene outside unfold. The parked cars remain where they were, but a figure steps out of one, moving toward the school's entrance. Then a second car door slams. Another person gets out, and another. Carlos glances at the students around him. Some are gripping their phones tightly, their fingers flying across the screens, sending messages, warning others. Others just stand frozen, waiting, hoping this isn't what they think it is. His legs feel weak, his hands clammy, but he forces himself to take a step back, away from the window, away from the growing sense of panic pressing against his chest. In her apartment, Rosa watches the messages roll in faster than she can read them. Asterisk, asterisk, they are here. Asterisk, 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 stay down. Asterisk, 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 why aren't the teachers saying anything, asterisk, asterisk? Her fingers tremble as she types. Asterisk, asterisk, what's happening? Asterisk, asterisk, but before she gets an answer, a new message pops up in the group chat. It's from Miguel. Rosa's breath catches. Miguel, the same friend who was supposedly taken. The same friend no one had heard from in days. Asterisk, asterisk, it's not what you think, asterisk, asterisk, the message reads. Asterisk, asterisk, don't run. Asterisk, asterisk. Carlos sees the message, too, and confusion cuts through his fear. His mind races, trying to piece it together. If Miguel is texting, does that mean he's safe? Does that mean? Before he can finish the thought, the school intercom crackles to life. The principal's voice comes through, tight, controlled. Students and staff, please remain in your classrooms. Do not leave the building until further notice. The cafeteria erupts into whispers. Some students reach for their bags, ready to bolt. Others keep their eyes locked on the figures outside. Carlos's phone vibrates again. Asterisk, asterisk, it's not them, asterisk, asterisk, Miguel's next message says. Asterisk, asterisk, but they're looking for someone. Asterisk, asterisk. Carlos's stomach drops. He looks around at the other students, their faces twisted with fear and confusion. Who are they looking for? And why would Miguel, of all people, know? Then out of the corner of his eye, he sees a teacher step toward the office. Her face pale, her hands shaking as she dials a number. And in that moment, Carlos knows, whatever is happening, they're already too deep in it to turn back now. Carlos's heart pounds as the cafeteria doors swing open. A security guard rushes in, speaking in hushed but urgent tones to a teacher near the entrance. More students are checking their phones, their faces tight with fear and confusion. The tension is suffocating. The figures outside are still there, standing near the school's entrance, their faces unreadable. Then the principal's voice returns to the intercom. This time, there's something different in her tone, something more nervous. Students, please remain calm. If you are in the hallways, return to class immediately. Carlos doesn't move. Neither does anyone else. The words offer no real comfort. No one knows what's happening, and silence is never a good sign. His phone vibrates again. Another message from Miguel. Asterisk, asterisk, they're looking for a teacher. Asterisk, asterisk. Carlos frowns. A teacher? Not a student. His eyes dart across the room. Mr. Delgado, the history teacher. He's standing near the cafeteria doors now, his expression unreadable. His jaw is tight, his hands gripping the strap of his bag. Then, as if sensing Carlos's gaze, Mr. Delgado turns. For a split second, their eyes meet. And in that moment, Carlos understands. The people outside aren't here for students. They're here for him. Carlos's breath catches as the cafeteria doors open again, this time with more force. Two uniformed officers step inside. A hush falls over the crowd. A few students shrink back, some instinctively lowering their heads, as if not making eye contact will make them invisible. The officers scan the room, and when their eyes land on Mr. Delgado, they move toward him with purpose. Carlos watches as Mr. Delgado takes a slow breath. He doesn't run. He doesn't argue. He just nods, almost like he's been expecting this. Students are whispering now, some confused, some scared, others angry. Carlos grips his phone, his fingers shaking. This was never about them. It was never about a raid on students. The fear, the rumors, the messages, it all pointed in the wrong direction. The real target had been standing in front of them in the classroom the whole time. The officers speak quietly to Mr. Delgado, and after a tense moment, he sets his bag down and follows them out. The cafeteria is so quiet, Carlos swears he can hear his own heartbeat. Then, just as Mr. Delgado reaches the doors, he pauses. He turns his head slightly, his eyes scanning the room as if memorizing the faces one last time. His gaze lands on Carlos again, and there's something there, a message in his eyes, a silent goodbye. And just like that, he's gone.